ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome to Lights Fest Week in the Civic Center for the annual meeting of the Jaffrey Historical Society. It is my pleasure to present Mark Bean, past president and treasurer of Jaffrey Historical Society, and vice president for marketing at D.D. Bean, who is sponsoring this marvelous Lights Fest Week in Jaffrey. And it's our pleasure for the Historical Society to be part of the inaugural kickoff for an event that really started many, many weeks ago with a large number of participants, many of whom are here tonight. It's been a delight to watch this project grow. Mark?
Thank you, Owen, and thank you all very much for coming tonight. I want to give you a little bit of the background of this project before we unveil it for you to see the finished results. First of all, going way back to what this is all about, the whole Lights Fest celebration that D.D. Bean & Sons Company is celebrating this year is in honor of the 100th anniversary of the invention of the book match. Back in 1892, a Philadelphia attorney by the name of Joshua Pusey invented what he called the flexible match. And it was the very first paper book match, and it was his idea at the time that this would be a more convenient form of light than the big box of wooden matches. And one of the things, the other key event that brought us to this place is in 1938, D.D. Bean & Sons was founded. Today we are the largest manufacturer of book matches in the whole world. And that is why Jaffrey was chosen to be the site of the 100th anniversary celebration. We have an industry trade association called the American Match Council. But there was one thing that we wanted to do, just D.D. Bean & Sons, as a way of paying tribute to the town of Jaffrey. So we turned this project over to the artist, Karen Becker, and we said, here are these ideas for the history of Jaffrey, and here's a group of people. We have no idea who's going to come, how many from day to day, what ages, what artistic ability they might have. So if you'd all please welcome Karen Becker.
Hello, everybody. I just can't wait to see what's behind this black. It's so mysterious. There's really only one major point that I have to talk about, and that is the incredible amount of talent that is available to all of us when we give it a try. There are a lot of people who came to this mural project and said, I couldn't possibly do this. I couldn't do this. I can't, no, I'll just come and watch. And more often than not, after a very short period of time of seeing what was going on here, people fell into it, got definitely hooked, and the creative efforts, the letting go, the trusting that their own talents would carry them has created something that I find truly remarkable. And I really wish to thank D.D. Bean for giving all of us the opportunity to work together, to play off of one another, to combine our energies, regardless of what our skills were. As a matter of fact, for me, the variety of skills that came to this room and worked together what created an enormous amount of visual delight that's on these panels.
With chalk and then use paint to fill in. Karen would give us tips on shading and how to do the different parts of it. And so the lacrosse team is mine, And also the pine trees in the back, which took about 5 minutes, which I was very pleased that they came out so well.
You try, and that's mainly what you do.
Very good.
Karen told me that she wanted me to do Amy's Fortune. She said this would be really important if I did Amy's Fortune, so I took a little pad and I looked at the picture out front, and I had to kind of condense it a little, and I started getting into it and really enjoyed it, and I learned the history of Amos Fortune, how he came here, and he was a tanner, and he was in slavery, and he's free, and I got to meet some wonderful people, wonderful artists.
Oh, I just painted what I love to paint the most is the mountain and all its scenery. I did the clouds. And this, the little girl that did this was in the first grade.
With all the people that were working on here, we had from 8 to 80. And I thought it was a great experience, especially for young artists, to be working side by side with some people who had been doing art for many years. Some just came here to do this, may not have done much art, but they learned a lot from their senior citizens. But I saw it go both ways.
I was visiting my grandparents, and my grandfather pulled me over and he said, you know, they're going to be painting a mural about the history of Jaffrey. And I said, yes, I know, isn't that great? And he said, well, don't you think you should paint the inn? And I said, oh, okay.
Well, the bloody monument was central to the town. And this is the old Monadnock Bank. And we had to fill a space in here, so we picked out a couple of people to fill up the space. And we had to do something up there, so I put clouds in. But there are a number of other things around here. I think this is supposed to be Willa Cather.
And I was lucky enough to be able to do the fireworks.
I get the people on the lawn, and most of them are my family, uncles, grandparents, and if any of you want to name them, go ahead.
History is alive in Jaffrey. It's something for people of all ages to cherish and enjoy, and this occasion certainly is one that we all take delight in. We thank Dee Dee Bean again, not only for all of this project, but this week, what it has meant to the community and its charitable outlook, and especially for the refreshments that we're about to enjoy. Help yourself in the other